All right, thanks, guys. We are currently 4-1 in our last 5 daily best plays on patreon.com/Brock Page. We're also 7-2 with a push in our last 10 board member package plays. And we are currently 6-2 in our last 8 college basketball package plays as well. If you want daily premium sports picks, go to patreon.com/Brock Page. Link for that site is in the description section below. Guys, we got ourselves a very substantial, very nice slate of NBA action here today, so let's go ahead and dive into it. And we're going to start with the Mavericks taking on the Pacers, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off, Indiana. The Pacers are the 4.5-point favorite, total at 218 and a hook. Now, we did see a half a point move toward the Pacers and movement upward on the total. The Pacers open as the 4-point favorite, up to -4.5. Total open 218, up to 218 and a hook. 53% are leaning Pacers. And at the moment, the Mavs are plus $1.60 on the money line. Now, if you like Dallas in this matchup here, just keep in mind, they're just 3-4 straight up in their last 7. They rank 17th in the NBA in points allowed on the road. They're giving up 111 points per contest when traveling. Now, Luka Doncic, he's still out indefinitely with an injury. Meanwhile, Indiana, 7-3 straight up in their last 10. 8-6 straight up on their home court. They rank in the top 3 in offensive field goal percentage. They are also in the top 5 in shooting the 3-ball. Currently, Indiana's in the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference, and they're just 3.5 games back for the 3rd seed. Now, Domantas Sabonis, 18 points a game, 13 rebounds, 5 assists for the Pacers. TJ Warren, 18 points a game, 4 boards for Indiana as well. And Malcolm Brogdon, 17 points a game, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. The Pacers rank in the top 10 in points allowed, top 10 in defensive field goal percentage. They're allowing just 104 points per contest on their home court. Now, oddly enough, 5 out of Indiana's last 8 did get over the number. A lot of times the market's over-adjusting for these Indiana games. Meanwhile, Dallas, 14-9 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean toward the home chalk in this one. Give me the Pacers -4.5 and the over 218.5 in that contest. Next game, Warriors taking on the Wizards, 7 o'clock nation's capital. Washington's -5, total 235. We saw a 1-point fade of Washington and movement upward on the total. The Wizards open as the 6-point favorite, down to -5. Total open 234.5, up to 235. 61% are leaning Washington. 55% shaded toward the over. And right now, Golden State is plus 175 on the money line. Now, if you like Golden State in this matchup here, just keep in mind they've dropped 8 out of their last 10. They're also just 4-22 away from home this year. They rank in the bottom 5 in road scoring, bottom 3 in road offensive field goal percentage. They're currently the last seed in the Western Conference at just 11-39 overall for the year. That's going to put them officially as the worst team with the worst record in the NBA right now. They rank in the bottom 10 in road offensive rebounding, bottom 10 in road defensive rebounding as well. And one more thing to add about the Warriors, they are giving up 115 points per contest away from home. Washington on the other side, they rank in the top 5 in scoring themselves, top 10 in shooting the 3-ball. They are currently 2-0 in their last couple of games, 5-2 against the spread in their last 7. And as bad as Washington's been, they're playing 500 basketball at home, and that's straight up. That's not against the spread. So once again, Washington 500 at home this year. They're also 12-10 against the spread in their 22 home games. They rank in the top 10 in home scoring, top 10 in home offensive three-point percentage. Now, Jordan McRae, he's been upgraded to questionable for tonight's action. Also, Roy Hachimura, he is questionable as well. Bradley Beal, he's averaging 29 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Davis Bertans, 15 points a game, 5 rebounds. And Thomas Bryant, 13 points a game, 7 boards for the Wizards. Washington, 70% to the over in their last 10. They're also 29-19 overall for the year. Meanwhile, 6 out of Golden State's last 8 games got over the number as well. I'm going to lean Washington -5 and the over 235 in that matchup. Next game, it is going to be Orlando taking on the Hornets, 7 o'clock Charlotte. Orlando's minus 4.5, total 205. We saw a 1-point move toward the Magic and movement downward on the total. Orlando opened 3.5 up to 4.5. Total open 205.5 down to 205 even. 68% are leaning Magic, 63% shaded toward the over. Orlando 8-16 straight up away from home this year. They also lost their last 5 straight games. The Magic rank in the bottom 3 in scoring, and they are dead last in offensive field goal percentage. The Magic are just 1-7 straight up in their last 8. They also failed to cover the point spread in 7 out of those 8 games. Evan Fournier is listed as questionable for tonight's action. Augustin and Isaac still out indefinitely for the Magic. Now Charlotte on the other side, as bad as they've been in certain spots this year, they're 12-11 against the spread on their home court, and they're 7-3 straight up in their last 10 head-to-head matchups with the Magic if you're into historical trends. Terry Rozier, 18 points a game for the Hornets, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Devontae Graham, 18 points a game, 8 assists. And Miles Bridges, 12 points a game, 5 rebounds for Charlotte. Now the Hornets, 70% to the under in their last 10, 14-9 to the under on their home court. I'm going to lean towards Charlotte plus 4.5 and the under 205 in that game. Before I go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Monday's NBA action. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you had a very nice Super Bowl yesterday. Hopefully a profitable Super Bowl. Of course, if you were linked up to my Patreon site, you would have had a nice winner on the Chiefs yesterday. We locked that in at Chiefs minus 1.5 2 weeks ago, literally the day after those lines were posted for the Super Bowl. But anyway, congratulations to Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid and the entire Kansas City Chiefs. And congratulations to all you Chiefs fans out there. Certainly a well-deserved Super Bowl. 49ers fans, keep your head up. Certainly a great team. You had it won for 55 minutes. And, man, I tell you, the 21 points just out of nowhere probably just wamboozled you, man. It's just kind of like getting sucker punched. But anyway, great season by both teams. I mean, honestly, if you're a San Fran, fan, think about it. Preseason this year, not a lot of people were thinking about playoffs. So, great team. Potentially a lot of good things to come. Shanahan's got to do a better job. But anyway, guys, before we go ahead and move on, got to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. And speaking of $1.99 per month, my daily best play, that's a package that I offer on that site. It's just $1.99 through the end of the month. We're currently 4-1 in our last 5 daily best plays on that site. We also have another package called the Board Member Package. That gives you access to all my content. And the current Board Member Package plays themselves are 7-2 with a push in our last 10. So that package is red hot right now. We're also 6-2 in our last 8 college basketball package plays as well. You might be wondering, why would I buy a package from Brock when he gives me all the picks for free right here on YouTube? And that's a great thought. That's a great, mindset there. And you're exactly right. I give you free picks here on YouTube, but the problem with that is if you were going to handicap every single game on the board side and total and bet your hard-earned money that way, you're guaranteed to lose your money in the long run. And as a matter of fact, you're probably going to end up losing in the short run as well. It's just way too many games, way too many angles. The math becomes grossly against you when you play every game on the board. You're not going to win money. It is not a winning formula for success. So what I do on Patreon, I make life a lot easier for you. Instead of giving you the entire slate, I break it down and focus in on 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're high percentage selections, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, handicapping every single game on the board side and total, throwing darts. And, I posted earlier this morning my winning ticket on the Chiefs. And it wasn't much. It was just $100, but still, it was enough to keep my interest in the game. And, hey, it's $100 more than I had, going into the game. So, like I said, everything I post on Patreon, it's games that I personally have action on. Posted my ticket in the community section this morning. And certainly a good win. It felt really, really nice to get that Super Bowl win. But anyway, guys, Link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, patreon.com/Brock Page. Now, I got to catch up here because we still have a lot more games to get into. So let's go ahead and dive into them. All starts Eastern Standard Time.